Some days you can move mountains, and some days you barely can move a mile. And that's okay, because every day isn't meant to be mountains. You have to take the good with the bad, so that when the good happens, you remember to appreciate it more, and you accept it better. And you realize that bad things happen, and that's okay, because everything has to equal itself out. It can't always be good, and it can't always be bad. But whatever we're thinking is what we're attracting. So let's work on taking a breath, noticing how our body is feeling, where our body is at today. And when you inhale next, I want you to exhale and tighten your core muscle. So when you inhale, you release it. And as you exhale, you tighten it. Working on that with your eyes closed. Noticing the contraction. And you tighten. And as you inhale and you release, you're strengthening your core. You're strengthening your stability. Balancing becomes better and easier. On your next exhale, I invite you to come back to a normal breath. Closing your eyes, focusing on the breath in through the nose, out through the nose. If that's not accessible for you, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Being grateful for all the things your body does for you every day. Breathing, thinking, pumping your blood. We're going to do a short chakra meditation here to start our practice. We'll begin at the root chakra. It's at the very, very bottom. Envisioning that red ball of energy moving clockwise, getting a little bigger. As we move up to the sacral chakra, we go from red to orange, and it's also going in a beautiful circle clockwise. We move up to the third chakra. Our solar plexus is yellow. That beautiful ball of yellow energy. And now we move up to the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. This color can be green or pink, whatever you choose. Enjoy the heart energy circling, joining your other chakras. Now we come up to the throat chakra, number 5. That bluish indigo color. Envision it just making circles in tune and in time with your other chakras. I invite you now to bring your attention to the sixth chakra, the third eye. If your eyes are closed, focus on your third eye maybe, envisioning that beautiful violet color. Now I invite you to bring your awareness to the seventh chakra, the crown chakra at the top of your head, the beautiful white light. All your chakras are aligning. They're all sending that beautiful love and energy from each chakra through your body. Smile. It's beautiful to love yourself. On your next inhale, I invite you to bring your awareness to your breath. You can do anything you come up against as long as you focus on breathing. With every inhale, we are healing ourselves, and with each exhale, we are letting go of what no longer serves us. Wiggling your fingers and toes here. Rotate the wrists and ankles. Maybe you have to lengthen your feet, maybe not. Wherever you are, embrace it, being grateful for what your body is capable of. Reverse. Shake it out. Inhaling to bring your arms overhead. Palms will meet. Bring them down to your heart center. Bow your head gently. Smile. Be proud of all the things that you do every single day. Be proud of yourself. Show yourself extra kindness and extra love. And remember, the world is a better place because you're in it. Release the hands. Shake it out. Rotate your shoulders. Reverse. Now you may do this practice seated or on the mat or your bed or couch like we talked about earlier. Please remember, this is your practice and your practice is more important and the only one that matters. My practice isn't going to look like yours, and that's okay. Remember to love yourself and be proud for showing up because that's the hardest thing. I'm going to begin lying flat on my mat. Placing my hands palms down next to my hips. Focusing on my breath here, assessing how my body's feeling. On the inhale, I invite you to bring your arms overhead. Exhale them back to your sides. Inhale. Taking your time. Exhaling your hands back to your hips. Take 4 more at your own pace, honoring your breath and how your body is moving today. Last one, wherever you are. On your next inhale, I invite you to bend your left knee, bringing it to your chest or wherever is comfortable for you. One side will be definitely tighter than the other, but that's okay. Giving your body 25 to 32 seconds, because the first 26 seconds or so, your body tightens up in a pose. So you don't really get to relax into it until 30 seconds. On your exhale, release that left leg flat to the mat or down, a knee bent at a seat. Inhaling this time, the right leg to the chest. If this is causing tightness or tension in the low back, bend your knee, bringing the foot flat to the mat. And if you notice, it immediately gives you a little bit more give, and it feels a little bit better. It doesn't make any less of a practice. It's just easier on your low back. If there's tightness in the hips, you need to work on letting go. Letting that right leg flat to the mat on the next exhale. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale here. On your next inhale, I invite you to bring your right arm up and your left leg. Exhale them down. Inhale them up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Switching sides. This time we'll inhale our left arm and our right leg. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Taking a full body stretch here, I invite you to lengthen your arms away from you as you bring your legs and lengthen them away from you as well. Grabbing the left wrist with the right hand. Exhaling to side bend our upper body over towards the right, making sure that our shoulders and elbows stay on the mat. If you find you need a little bit more, I invite you to bring your right leg over to the corner of your mat, crisscrossing the left ankle over the right, or bringing the left ankle to the right ankle. Wherever you are, I invite you to close your eyes here. Enjoying this beautiful side body stretch. Not tensing or tightening up. Relaxing into the pose. Breathing through our nose, slowly and evenly. If this is too much at any time, gently come out. As you inhale again, I invite you to open your eyes and gently bring your gaze to center first, and then your arms, and then the legs. Shaking it out here. And when you're ready, we'll take that to the left. So this time you would bring your left hand to the right wrist and bring your arms over to the left corner of the mat. And if you needed more, I invite you to bring your left leg over to the left corner. And your right ankle can come next to that left ankle. Cross it over. This is a beautiful side body stretch once more. Making sure your elbows and shoulders are on the mat. Healing with each breath in and releasing with each exhale out. Inhaling your gaze back to center first, then your arms and then the legs. Taking any necessary movements for your body here. Maybe you hug the knees. Maybe you rock back and forth. Whatever you do, I invite you to embrace what your body is feeling and being proud of doing all the things. Plant your feet on the mat, wider than your hips, bringing your hands to your sides, palms down. Back is flat on the mat if that's accessible for you. Don't force it. Be where you are. Inhaling here, engaging your core, and as you exhale, bring the knees over toward the right. Inhaling to center. Exhaling to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Opening up your hips, giving your body some love. Stretching the IT band just a touch. Inhale to center. Exhale, hug the knees. Planting your feet, hip distance apart, bringing your hands next to your hips. Again, palms down. Your back should be on the mat, flat. I invite you here to inhale, and as you exhale, tightening that muscle once more. Inhaling to release. Exhale. You should feel the difference. Feel your core getting stronger. On your next inhale, I invite you to push the ground away with your hands, the back of your arms and the feet, and bring the hips up gently for your bridge pose. Exhale, release. Flat back. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale. Hold it here. Exhale, gently bring the hips down. Hug your knees once more. Plant the feet. Bring the hands next to the hips. Inhale the right leg up. Rotate the ankle. Reverse. Flex and extend the right foot. Exhale, bend that right knee, bringing it over your left, bending the right leg, bringing it over the left knee. Inhaling your arms out to that wide T. Exhaling to bring that right foot towards the left side. Gazing over your right shoulder if that's accessible for you, or maybe your gaze is at center. Wherever you are, I invite you to just breathe and close your eyes, enjoying this beautiful spinal twist. A happy spine makes for a happy life. Inhale back to center. Gaze first and then your legs. Releasing that right ankle from the left knee. And please know when I say knee, I mean the top of your thigh, not your actual knee. Hugging your knees, and then when you're ready, release your knees back so that they're parallel with the ceiling. Hands are at your sides. Inhale that left leg up. Rotate the ankle a few times. Reverse. Flexing and extending. Exhale to bend the left knee, bringing over the right thigh. Inhaling your arms out to a wide T. Exhaling. The left foot this time over towards the right. Bringing your gaze over your left shoulder or at center. Breathing slowly and evenly. Smiling with your eyes closed. On your next inhale, slowly bring your gaze to center first, and then your legs, hugging it out once more. Coming to fetal on one side when you're ready. We'll take one breath here. On your next inhale, bring yourself up to seated. And then from here, plant your hands to the left. And as you inhale, I invite you to bring your knees to the mat, hip up to the sky, coming into your tabletop. Obviously, you're going to need to adjust here, and that's okay. Getting comfortable. And if you're in a seat, I invite you to take some cat-cows wherever you are. Plant your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, top of the feet are pushing into the mat. Elbow creases facing each other, which internally rotates your shoulders. Inhale, bringing your gaze up, tail up, chest forward. Exhaling, rounding everything in, chin to chest, cat. Inhale. Exhale. Take a few of these on your own, going with the breath. Maybe you look over your shoulders. Take some bird dogs here. Inhaling your right arm and your left leg behind you. Exhaling, maybe you bring your knee to elbow. Maybe you stay where you are. Wherever you are, breathe. Feel the strength building, being proud of yourself. Inhale out. Release the right hand and then the left leg. Shake it out. Inhale your left arm and your right leg. Exhaling it in, knee to chest. That's what you did on the last side. Release that left hand and then the right. Kick it out. Bring your hands a little bit in front of you. Making sure your elbow creases are facing each other. Engaging your core. And as you exhale, I invite you to bring your right foot behind you, coming to your toes, the ball of your foot. Pushing against the ball of your foot gently. Inhale, lifting the leg, engaging the ankle. Exhale to make a rainbow over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, rainbow. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring the right knee in. Shake it out. Inhale, bring your left foot behind you, coming to the ball of your foot, pushing against that foot. Inhale, the left leg up. Exhale, making that half rainbow. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, rainbow. Inhale, center. Exhale, rainbow one more time. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend the knee. Bringing your big toes to touch. I invite you to widen your knees just a touch. Exhale to bring the hips down. Gazing down, close your eyes, bring your forehead to the mat. Maybe your chest comes to the mat, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you have to adjust yourself and bring your knees in just a touch, and that's okay. Listening to your body is what we're working on. Yoga is about quieting the mind, not flexibility or getting the pose. Those are benefits, but not the goal. If your shoulders are tense or tight, bend your elbows, bring your hands to touch, and bring them over the back of your head. On your next inhale, slowly lift yourself up halfway. Yogi walk your hands back to center. Bring your knees in, come up to table. Walk your hands out in front of you so they're a little bit above your shoulders. Make sure you're stable. Flipping your toes so that you're on the ball of your foot. Inhale your knees off the mat, holding it here. Exhaling to bring the hips back and straighten the legs if that's accessible for your down dog. Adjusting if necessary. walking your dog. Inhaling that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bending your knee. Inhale your knee to chest. Exhale, plant that right foot. Bring the left knee down. Inhaling up. Arms come up next to your ears. Elongate the neck, which lowers the shoulders. Holding this pose here, breathing, feeling strong. Exhale to open arm twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to open arm twist one more time. Maybe you gaze over your right shoulder. Maybe you reverse and bring that right arm down, left arm over your ear. Inhaling gently, coming back to center. Bring your hands next to on the inside of your right foot. Inhaling that right arm up for your dragonfly twist. Again, this is a beautiful flow. Your spinal twist, always make your spine happy. Exhaling that right hand to the inside of the right foot. I invite you here to bring that right foot back next to the left foot. And then inhale to come up to stand on your knees. Inhale your arms overhead. Right hand to the left wrist. Exhaling to side bend to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhaling. We'll take 2 more on each side, going at our own pace. One more. Inhale up. Exhale as you fold forward. Forehead to the mat. Hands at your sides or next under your shoulders. Wherever you are, embrace it. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, plant the hands. Coming to table. Take a few cat-cows here, undoing what we just did. Walk your hands out in front of you when you're ready. Bring your right foot behind you, then your left, coming into a plank. Taking a second here. If this is uncomfortable, please bring your knees down, top of the foot to the mat, pushing the mat away. And if you're still in your plank, I'm proud of you. And as you exhale, bend your knees, bring your hips back, and then straighten your legs for your down dog. This is a beautiful strengthening pose, as well as a resting pose. Inhaling to bring that left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, bring your knee to chest. Inhale, plant the foot between your hands, bringing that right knee down. Plant your right hand on the inside of your left foot. Exhaling that left hand to the sky for your dragonfly twist. Remember that your right foot should be pushing the ground away. Your core is engaged, and you're lengthening through the left arm. Breathing slowly and evenly, feeling the strength build. Exhale, bringing that left hand to the inside of the left foot. Inhale up, bring your hands to your hips, and then exhale that left knee next to the right. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend one more time. I invite you here to reverse, bringing the left arm down, the right arm over the right ear. Inhale back up, coming back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Again, bring your hands wherever is comfortable for you. Inhale up. Kick your feet a few times. Coming to face this long edge of your mat, I invite you to engage your core first. And then lift your right leg. Bring your hands to your hips. And then bring your right leg out to the side for your gate pose. This is a beautiful pose for strength. It's a beautiful pose to open up your hips and to release. I invite you to just be here. Inhale your arms out to a T. Exhaling to flow right arm to the right. Left arm over the left ear. Inhale to center. Exhale, left arm down, right arm over the right ear. Inhale back to center. We'll take one more on each side. Following the breath. Inhale back to center, hands to your hips. Gently bend that right leg, bringing it in, switching sides. Left leg out to the left. All this popping and cracking should be amazing for you. Enjoying the opening of your hips. Make sure your alignment is correct. My alignment is off. So your knee should be under your hip. Your hip should be facing forward. And your leg should be out as much as comfortable. Don't overdo it because that doesn't do anything but hurt. Inhale your arms out to that T. Exhale, right arm down, left arm over the left ear. Inhale to center. Exhale, left arm to the left shin. If that's accessible, maybe it's the thigh. Could be the hip. Wherever you are, embrace it. Inhale to center. One more on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands to your hips. Bring that left leg in. Shake it out. I invite you here to come to a standing position, comfortably and safely. Bring your hips, your feet under your hips. Your shoulders will be over your hips. Inhaling your arms overhead. Exhaling your arms down. Inhale up one more time, but bring them to a T. When you exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale them to center. Exhale to open. Inhale, center. Exhale, open. Inhale one more time. And when you exhale this time, I invite you to make sure your core is engaged first. And as you exhale here, bring your elbows up. Exhaling here, bringing them down. Release the arms to a T, shake it out. All right, loves, we are going to take a few more poses before we go back down to the mat and start to wind down. So I invite you to have your feet wider than your hips. Bring your hands to your hips, rotating your shoulders a few times. Reverse. On your inhale, I invite you to lift your left foot And swivel your feet so the foot is facing the front of the mat. Exhale to bend the knee. Inhale, the right heel up, swiveling that to the back of the mat. And then bring your hips to face forward, inhaling your arms overhead, relaxing the shoulders, coming into your warrior one. Feel free to adjust, but always make sure that your knee is over your left ankle. Open arm twist one time to the right. Inhale to center. Inhale, slightly bending forward. Bring the arms out in front of you, lengthening the body away, building strength in that core, in the legs, everywhere. Inhale up. Exhale to open up to that 5-point star, to the long edge of your mat. Arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's take 2 on the left. Bend the knees, bring the hands to the hips, and come all the way up. Take that on the right side this time. So inhale to bring the right foot to face the back of the mat, bending the right knee, swiveling on the left foot, coming into your warrior one, hips forward. Inhale, arms overhead, dropping those shoulders gently. Inhale to open arm twist to the left. Exhale back to center. Inhale, folding gently forward over that right leg, building strength, feeling strong. Inhale, coming up to center. Bring your hands to your hips, coming back to that 5-point star. Shake it off here. I invite you here to bending your knees, bring that left foot to meet the right, facing the front of your mat. I invite you to inhale your arms overhead. Exhale to bring the big toes to touch and bend your knees generously. That doesn't really work for my knees, so I'm going to just bring my feet parallel, bending the knees, dropping the shoulders, coming into our chair pose. We'll do 1 open arm twist on each side. Inhaling to center, exhaling to open. Inhale to center, exhale, legs somewhat straight, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift, yogi walk your hands out in front of you. Knees down to the mat gently. And when you're ready, I invite you to lie on your mat flat. Maybe you're sitting in a chair, wherever you are. Get comfortable. Close your eyes and just breathe. Slowing down the heart rate. Noticing all the feelings you're going through and feeling, all your sensations. Knowing that you're capable of doing amazing things always. Building strength with each breath. Letting go of what no longer serves you with each exhale. Bend your knees, bringing your feet flat to the mat if you're on your mat. Inhale your legs up, wrapping your arms around your legs, hugging the knees. If you're in a chair, hug one knee at a time. On your next inhale, I invite you to open up your arms to a wide T. And as you exhale, I invite you to release your legs over to the right, bringing your gaze wherever is comfortable. Maybe that's at center, maybe that's over your left shoulder. Wherever you are, embrace it. Breathing slowly and evenly. If you're in a chair, I invite you to scoot up. Excuse me. I invite you to scoot up. Inhaling, and as you exhale, you bring your legs over to the right. Inhale to straighten your spine. Exhaling to bring your body to the left. Maybe you use your arm to support the legs. Maybe you don't. I invite you to just enjoy this beautiful stretch. Inhale your gaze back to center first, and then your legs. Maybe you hug it out here, but when you're ready, I invite you once again to inhale your arms out to that wide T. Exhaling your legs over to the left this time. Bringing your gaze over the right. If you're in a seat, same thing. Inhale at center. Exhale your legs over to the left. Inhale to straighten the spine. Exhale to bring the upper torso towards the left. On your next inhale, bring the gaze to center first, and then the legs. Hugging it out here, relaxing, releasing everything to the mat. Adjusting for your Shavasana. Take your rest, I'll call you back. On your next inhale, slowly bring awareness back to your body, wiggling the fingers and the toes. Exhale. Inhale your arms overhead, stretching your arms and legs away from you. Excuse me. Exhaling to bend the knees, bring the arms around your legs, rock it out. If you're in your seat, hug one leg at a time. Coming to fetal for one breath. If you're on your mat, If you're on the seat, stay in easy pose and close your eyes. When you're ready, inhale, coming up to a seated position at the center of your mat. Taking a breath, getting comfortable with where you're at, not moving too quickly. Maybe you rotate the shoulders. Reverse. Inhale your arms overhead. Gaze between the palms. Bring the palms to meet. Bring them down to your heart center, bowing your head and closing your eyes. Thank you so very much for sharing your practice with me. You are healing yourself with each breath, and you are releasing what no longer serves you with each exhale. Spread love everywhere you go with a smile. Love yourself more each day. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much.
Namaste. That was great.
Thank you.